Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones.
Good evening, this is Dr. Bones Live, and today my guest is Paul from Puppet Rebellion. Welcome to the show, Paul.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Not a problem at all. So, first off, like I was telling you just before we got on air here, it's been a long time since I talked to the band at all, because the last time was the last EP, No Means Yes, and now we have the brand new one out, and this one is called The Life Is In Your Hands. Now, I know you guys have gone through a little bit of a lineup change over the past year and a bit. Now, how has that affected the band? Meaning, like, how has that helped you guys kind of progress and move forward? Like, what changes has that introduced into the band?
Well, we've got a new singer, so that's made a big difference. It's gonna change our sound. It's changed the way we write songs. So, yeah, I'd definitely say the sound is evolving. Now with the new lineup, we've got a new drummer as well. He's got a slightly different drumming style to our last drummer, so that has a little impact on the sound as well. And the way that Ollie is actually a guitarist himself, so he brings his own guitar ideas to the table as well.
Right.
That's different to the way we worked when we were writing the last EPs.
Now, the last EPs, was it just kind of like a one-man show, meaning one person would kind of come up with ideas, and now it's changed to more of a collaborative effort?
I guess it's always been a collaborative effort, but our guitarist Craig, he's kind of our main songwriter, but other people chip in with ideas as well. Myself and Ollie bring guitar ideas to the table, and then in the studio everybody kind of works together with jamming ideas out. I sometimes come up with the occasional melody. Ollie comes up with quite a few melodies as well. But yeah, I mainly write guitar myself, and Craig tends to write most of the lyrics and melodies.
So it's fair enough to say that the dynamic has changed quite a bit over the last little while.
Yeah, definitely. So our previous singer was like a lyricist, so he wrote an awful lot of the lyrics, and they tended to be kind of based around like little anecdotes from his life, or his kind of view on the world. So yeah, definitely our kind of point of view of our songs has changed because it's coming from a different person now. So, or maybe a group of people working together. Well,
you know what? I definitely have noticed from the past two EPs to this one. I mean, there's been a big change, and you know what? It's nice because it shows that even with lineup changes and that sort of thing, the band can still evolve, but still put forth music and just better. Even with a slightly different style. I mean, you still have. I know you still have your fans from the last EPs, and now they've carried over this one, and I'm sure are very pleased with some of the changes that's gone on. I mean, at first, I would imagine it was a little bit hard to kind of hard to wrap your head around what happened, because it kind of, from what I've heard and saw, it kind of happened with. We won't talk too much about this because I'm sure you don't want to talk a lot about it, but from when Simon left, I mean, it was kind of like, it was very abrupt, and you guys kind of had to regroup somewhat quickly to kind of keep things together. That must have been a challenge in itself.
Yeah, at the time, Si left, we were already kind of planning to go into the studio, but we had a few months. So it was around summertime, around August time, when Si left the band last year, and we were planning to go in the studio about November time. So Ollie joined in September, and yeah, we regrouped, we kind of changed some of the stuff. Some of the stuff that we wrote a lot nearer the time, and we wrote with Ollie there, like he had input as well. But yeah, it definitely changed the sound. Definitely had a big difference to the kind of the product of those recordings. But I think another thing that made a really big difference is the fact that we recorded them with a different producer. We've been working with a guy called Gavin Monaghan, and do you know a British band called Editors?
Sounds vaguely familiar. I don't want to say I know too much. So.
Yeah, well, it was a little while when they had their debut album a few years back now, but they were fairly big in the UK, and they kind of grew in popularity, and they were quite a big festival band, and they still are now. They're still going, but so he worked on their debut album, and then he got in touch with us and kind of said, he'd be interested to work with us, and we went to Magic Garden Studios, the place where the magic happens, and we worked with Ollie. It was kind of a collaborative effort, as I said, and we're really pleased with the result. I think it's a step up in quality from the previous two EPs, definitely.
Well, the one thing I did notice in listening to the new EP was the fact that even though there's obviously, we just talked about it, a little bit of change and kind of alteration to the band as far as sound goes, you still kind of have that raw kind of gritty sound, which, as far as I was concerned, always has been Puppet Rebellion, and that's what kind of makes you guys stand out. If that makes sense. Am I making sense here? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think that kind of that sound, like that kind of independent sound. It's an indie sound as opposed to being like massively kind of overproduced. We do have we still have that kind of a raw split back sound, definitely.
Well, you know what, and that's what I appreciate most about the band. It's for me, obviously, if I ever make the UK, I would love to see you guys live, but unfortunately, being on the other side of the pond, it's a little difficult at this point. But
we're playing London in a couple of weeks, but unfortunately, it's not.
Wrong London.
Sorry about that.
But that's one thing that grabs me out of the job, just because I can. From what I've read and seen online, I can imagine the stage presence that you guys have. It just sounds so forceful, but not in a bad way. But it means you guys just come right out and just kind of rock the club right off the hop when you guys are gigging. And it seems like you guys would have such a good draw to get people in to listen, because hearing that sort of stuff, if you're around here, I'd be at a show just like that if I could.
Well, hopefully one day we'll be over, and we'll be playing in Canada. But we're definitely enjoying the live shows in the UK. We've got our second UK tour coming up. That's kind of kicking off with our London gig in a couple of weeks. We definitely give it our all. Every time we play live, we'll just try and put energy into it, and just try and thank the audience for coming along to check us out, and make sure that they get a good performance. Sometimes you go see a band and they don't really care, or they give the audience the impression they're not really too bothered, or maybe turn their backs on the audience. And I know we just like to show people that we want to rock out and give them a good show.
Well, and that's what people want to see too, right? So, just before we get to the first song, we're pretty much going to go with the title track to Life Is In Your Hands EP, and the song's called Life Is In Your Hands, which is the first one I was sent by my plug-in baby, and I was sent that, and I was when I got it, I was oh, cool. I've been waiting to either buy the EP or get the song. Once I got it, I was oh, this is definitely cool. So I was very happy to put it back on the air. So just give the plug-in baby just a little plug there, for lack of better words. So we are going to get to the title track here of Life Is In Your Hands, and the song's called Life Is In Your Hands. Dig this, Puppet Rebellion.
your name. Life is in your hands, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. Life is in your hands, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. So now you've tasted regret and sampled whims of your friends. It's only years that we spend. It always starts where it ends. Life is in your hands, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. Life is in your hands, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. Life is in your hands, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. Life is in your hands, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand.
Puppet Rebellion with Life is in Your Hands, and that's a title track to their newest EP. Now, with just in general, like, I mean, this song in particular, guitar wise, it's nice because the sound that I was getting is it's like we talked about just a few minutes ago. We talked about more of an indie recording as opposed to overproducing and mastering, that sort of thing. It's got that feel to it, but also it's got the kind of indie sound initially when I first started kind of getting into the scene. Even though they became big, I was kind of introduced to bands like the Vines and the Strokes and that sort of thing, and it's got that kind of tinge to it. So it's almost like a 90s, 80s kind of. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, but it's got that cool sound, but it's still, it still has got the new, we'll call it the newer wave sounding to it. So I just really enjoyed it, and even the vocals, I mean, Oliver, he does such a good job with it, and I liked his choice of vocal range for this one, and it really stood out. And I mean, he really, and it's kind of cool to me because I loved how there were some instances where he actually literally followed the notes note for note, because obviously when people are singing, obviously they're singing with the music and they're trying to keep in beat and that sort of thing. But he sang almost note for note, almost like he was playing guitar but vocally.
Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting kind of take on. I'll definitely feed that back to him. He does a little bit where he kind of goes a little falsetto on it. It goes a little bit higher there in the chorus. So it's definitely kind of making the most out of his vocal range.
Yeah.
But I think he had fun singing that one.
Well, the reason why I point out in specific is not just the fact that I noticed it, is because I like when singers do that, and it doesn't happen too often. And the last time something like that kind of happened, it really stuck out, because I'm a huge Soundgarden fan, is off one of their first albums called Louder Than Love, and the beginning of the song, Chris Cornell is going exactly like note for note, like I said, it's almost like he was like singing the guitar part, and a lot more hard pitched, but it's still cool, and I could really appreciate that, because that just shows a lot of not just dedication, but